Here comes 19-year-old Mike Tyson as he emerges from his locker room and comes toward the ring. You will note one of the characteristics which sets Tyson apart. He wears no robe. He wears no socks with his boxing shoes. He says that that makes him feel more like a warrior, more like a gladiator as he entered the ring. He'll be 20 years old on June 30, can eclipse Floyd Patterson as the youngest heavyweight champion of all time if he wins the title anytime before May 5, 1988. And there is already discussion behind the scenes in boxing of a possible match between Tyson and WBC heavyweight champ Trevor Berbick as early as December of this year. But first, he must get by this fight against James Quick Tillis. And we'll be back for round one right after this. The referee is Joe Cortez. There are 3 judges who will score the fight on the round system with supplemental point scoring in case of a draw. 3 knockdown rule is in effect. No standing 8 count. The mandatory 8 count is in effect. Tyson in the black trunks and James Quick Tillis in the white. Customarily, Mike Tyson does not feel his opponents out in round 1. He tries to take them out.
He tried to take Quick Tillis out with that first punch he threw, and Tillis showed why he may be a little bit different. He moved right out of the way of it, and Mike missed by quite a bit. The key to the fight will be Tyson cutting off the ring and pinning Tillis in corners and on the ropes like he did right there. Quick Tillis is 7 pounds lighter than when he fought Terrell Biggs. That would indicate, the look of him would indicate he's in much better condition. I think the postponement allowed him to get in better condition, will allow him to move more. The question is, how long can he move? His record is he's dangerous early, Jim. Can hurt you with either hand early in a fight, but has always faded and tired badly.
See Tillis delivering the left jab and following with the right. He is not running away from Tyson, and Tyson goes to work on the body. Some say that what sets Tyson apart is the intensity and the effect of his attack to the body.
It is amazing to see such a young fighter understand so well the importance of body punching. Generally, it takes a veteran to understand that by punching to the body, you can take all that movement away from James Tillis, and that's what Mike Tyson plans to do.
You saw Tyson with the left hook splitting Tillis's guard and getting the punch through moments ago as he had Tillis in the corner. Joe Cortez, the referee, the only one of the 3 judges in Las Vegas a few weeks ago who scored the Larry Holmes-Michael Spinks fight in favor of Holmes.
That was an excellent right uppercut by Quick Tillis, which is a punch that should be effective against someone who comes in burrowing in like Tyson does. For some reason, Tillis landed. He was so shocked he grabbed. Quick Tillis cannot, in my opinion, win a decision in this fight, Jim. He has to try to take Tyson out while he's fresh.
You see that Tillis grabs Tyson behind the head when he ties a fighter up. He customarily does it by tying them up behind the head. That will not deter Tyson from flailing away at the body, as he did right there.
And Joe Cortez, the referee, quite properly did not break the fighters because Tyson's hands were not tied up. Again, the right uppercut just missed that time by Tillis.
Late in round 1, a round in which Tillis has not acquitted himself too badly, as he has managed to stay away from Tyson's thunderbolts, although he just took a right hand. We'll be back.
Stay tuned as Tyson terrorizes Trevor Berbick to win the WBC heavyweight title. And then Iron Mike hammers Larry Holmes and takes out the undefeated Michael Spinks.
We bring you back for round 2, and you hear the bell. As you saw before we went away, Tyson did land 1 punch after the bell had sounded to end round 1.
Most people in boxing, if they're looking for a way to beat Mike Tyson, believe it will be done by a fighter who is able to move and punch effectively on the move, as Henry Tillman did in winning 2 fights from Tyson in the Olympic trials as amateurs.
All right, bring out clean. Come on,
Tyson just landed 2 solid left hands
The difference, obviously, is here Mike Tyson has 10 rounds to wear down his opponent. He had to go all out in the 3 rounds amateur limit.
Lost to Tillman in the Olympic trials. Right hand lands flush on the cheek of Quick Tillis, but that was an extended right hand. He was not in close enough to do maximum damage.
Yeah, but he's not letting go of Mike Tyson. He might be shaking his hand, which generally means that he was hurt by the punch, even though it was, as you say, extended. Simply a matter here of Tyson finding the range. He can't be too far outside, but he can't get so close that he allows Tillis to grab him, as Tillis will always do when Mike lets him.
Tyson can be hit. He was openly disappointed with the number of times that Steve Zowski landed on him in his last fight.
Any custom auto-trained fighter prides himself on his defense. And Mike really was disappointed that Zowski hit him with some right hands, really silly right hands that he should not have been hit with. It was just a loss of concentration.
The right hand by Tillis was blocked there.
A jab by Mike Tyson, a rare punch for him in his first 19 fights. A punch that he is smart enough to know that he's going to need if he's going to move up to world-class competition. He's been using it more in training and says we'll see a lot more of it in this fight. He just tried it there until Tillis knocked down 2 of them. Good head movement by Tyson coming in.
For the moment, Tyson is not nearly as busy as he has been in some of his previous fights against much lesser opponents. No doubt a sign of the respect that he must have for a fighter of Tillis' experience.
There's the punch that, in my opinion, is going to win the fight for Tyson. It's that right hand to the body. He won't knock Tillis out with it, but he will wear him down and bring his hands down so he can land punches to the head.
He got him with the left. And you saw Tillis staggering backward momentarily. Not seriously hurt, but Tyson has begun to break through the guard around the face. And there's a right hand as Tyson continues to land and round 2 ends.
Okay.
Step and throw the right hand. Okay, baby?
Yes, good shot to the body on that too. Good shot.
Seconds out.
Back in Glens Falls, New York for the beginning of round 3. More than 8,000 people here in the Glens Falls Civic Center. Almost all of them rooting for the fighter that Upper New York State thinks of as its own Mike Tyson.
Right now, all of the aggression is out of Mike Tyson. He is keeping his distance. He's trying to learn how to box with James Quick Tillis. It is not, or has not been to date, his fight. So if Quick Tillis has done nothing else, at the present time, he's taken Mike Tyson out of his game plan.
Tillis tying Tyson's left arm up there. Tillis' trainer and co-manager Bo Williford said that he had been working with him for the last 6 weeks, tying up Tyson's arms. But that time, Tyson got the left hand through again after ducking a Tillis punch.
Just one punch for Mike, and that's not typical. He has to put punches together when he gets inside. Keep busy. Outstrength Tillis on the inside and let his hands go.
He is being considerably more careful than in his previous 19 appearances.
Remember against Jesse Ferguson, that look at the hand speed by Tyson.
That's one of the things that's astonishing, to see a man of this size and this build with such quick hands. We'd like to alert our local stations along the line that we'll be taking a station break right here at the end of this round, round 3.
I was saying in the fight against Jesse Ferguson, Ferguson fought a negative fight, fought to survive for the most part. The punch that turned the fight around was a combination, actually, a right to the body and then doubling with it, coming right up the middle.
Let him go.
Looks to me like Tillis is open for an uppercut up the middle the same way.
Come on, get those arms out. Come on, work out of there.
This is an important learning experience for Mike Tyson. He's going to have to be able to handle a quick Tillis to get to the top of the even. He is right now. And Tillis is making the mistake of trying to trade with Mike Tyson. He should be moving off the ropes. Instead, he got into a little bit of macho there, and Quick Tillis is not going to be around long fighting that way. Again, he scores with a right uppercut. Does Quick Tillis.
Repeatedly, Tillis has scored with the right uppercut. But Tyson is beginning to wear down Tillis's defenses, particularly when he catches him against the ropes and then releases the hands. Round 3 coming to a close, and Mike Tyson warms to the task once again as the round comes to a close. Back with more after this word from our local stations. Beginning of round 4, Jim Lampley with Alex Wallow in Glens Falls, New York. If you are scoring in rounds, as they do here in New York State, I had the first round even and have given rounds 2 and 3 to Mike Tyson. Right hand lands on the point of the chin, but he didn't get all of it. And a good left hook by James Tillis.
And again, inexplicably, Quick Tillis grabs after he scores the best punch he scored in a couple of rounds. He should put punches together, punch in combination, and he might give Mike Tyson more trouble than he wants. He also can't lunge in with that left hook like that because he's going to get caught.
And having felt what Tillis has to offer in the way of the uppercut and that one left hook which scored, Tyson now appears to be a little less shy about stepping up inside. Tillis is landing punches.
He's landing hard punches, and interestingly, Mike Tyson is taking them. I mean, he doesn't want to get hit with them, but one of the questions about him, as it is with all developing fighters, is can he take a punch? Quick Tillis has had people like Carl Williams on the deck twice, Greg Page on the deck, Marvis Fraser hurt. He can punch when he's fresh like this. Switches left-handed. Tillis is a converted southpaw. Punches hardest with his left hook. Fought as an amateur. Fought as a southpaw as an amateur. Turned around in the middle of his amateur career.
Both of those left hooks miss slightly for Tyson. Look how low he gets to duck under those punches. Extraordinary.
Tillis could have butted him with his knee there. Right now, Mike Tyson is having problems solving James Quick Tillis. He doesn't really know, the things that work for him normally are not working for him, and he's going to have to go to things that are a little bit more sophisticated. He's going to have to cut the ring off better, and he's going to have to find the range better. He just can't walk inside and let Tillis tie him up like that. Has to let his hands be busier, and at the same time avoid getting hit himself.
As for Tillis's chin, you might note that a long time ago in 1981, he went 15 rounds with the very dangerous puncher Mike Weaver, largely by staying away. But on the other hand, he suffered a technical knockout in the first round against Tim Witherspoon 2.5 years ago.
You'd have to say that is a fluke, the loss to Witherspoon. Tillis claims he slipped on some water in the corner and was distracted before he got punched. Again, he lunges in and gets caught.
The left hand drops Tillis onto the seat of his pants as round 4 is coming to a close.
I'm not so sure that his right foot wasn't stepped on, causing that knockdown. There was definitely a punch, but I believe that Tillis's right foot was stepped on by Tyson at the moment the blow landed.
All right, let's stay right here and take one more look at the knockdown.
I'm clearly wrong. That was just a clean punch. He was off balance. We said that Tillis could not lunge in with the left hook. He lunges in with the left hook. Tyson very cleverly slips it, comes back in a punching position and lands a left hook. That was not the full power of Mike Tyson, but Tillis had lunged, was off balance, and he was able to drop it. Let me repeat that there was no tripping involved. It was a clean punch.
There is the Tyson corner. You see Kevin Rooney in the year of Tyson, another custom auto-trained fighter. The longest Tyson bout was the fight against Jesse Ferguson. A TKO at 1 minute 19 seconds of the 6th round. Now round 5 begins here in Glens Falls. Tillis still willing to trade leather with Tyson.
I don't think that was a punch. The knockdown punch was a punch that hurt Quick Tillis. It definitely got his attention, but he wasn't debilitated by it. It's not that was not looking. Did not look to me to be the beginning of the end.
He might have learned not to lunge so badly with the left hand, though. And there you see Tyson whacking away to the rib cage with the right hand.
Again, Cortez warns Tillis for holding behind the head. Tillis switches briefly to southpaw and goes back. And again, he holds behind the head. Mike Tyson is not doing his job in those clinches. His hands are free, but he isn't using them. Right there's no reason for Mike not to rip punches to the body. We talked about his ability as a body puncher. He has it. He just isn't using it.
All right, bring up. Let's go, step back.
Tillis turns away for a moment to spit, but so far he does not look hurt, as Alex pointed out. Looks rather fresh. Has had a tendency in the past to tire. This is not a good round so far for Tyson, who is missing more punches than he lands. And again, not busy in the clinch. That's frankly astonishing, because the opportunity is there for him to do a lot of damage.
There, he gave a half-hearted effort at that combination we talked about, the right to the body and the right uppercut, but he didn't land it. Did land punches at the end of the flurry. And that's what he has to do with Tillis. He has to keep punching. He's just letting isolated punches go. Like a single left hook, nothing behind it. He has to punch in combination to be effective.
There's a great tendency here to compare Tyson to another young heavyweight, Olympic super heavyweight gold medalist Terrell Biggs. Tillis extended Biggs to the full 8 rounds, where Biggs got the decision, and that was on January 25.
2 good short chopping right hands by Tillis. Tyson waiting for Tillis to open up, and those 2 body punches did get Tillis' attention, and he grabs. Just the grimace on his face alone, I think, indicates that Quick Tillis was hurt by those 2 body punches.
And the right hand got through the guard onto the cheek of Tillis, who looks a little the worse for wear now in the last minute of round 5. So after a slow first minute and a half in this round, Mike Tyson has reapplied the pressure. And if he's shown you one thing today, it is that he knows how to close out a round and leave an impression in the minds of the judges. We'll be back right after this. We are back in Glens Falls, New York, round 10. The crowd tries to liven itself up, try to provide some encouragement to Mike Tyson. Most of them have come here today hoping to see a knockout, and frankly, expecting to see a knockout. Tyson tries to deliver with the right hand and steps in and throws the left. Tillis again ties him up.
James Tillis is still a dangerous fighter. This is the most power and zip he's had in his punches at this late stage in a fight that I can ever remember. Tyson knows it, and I just don't think he's going to take any unnecessary chances. You can be sure he wants to keep the knockout string alive. But he also is just not going to take any unnecessary chances. He wants to win a decision, win a fight. He'll be 20-0, still undefeated, and in his mind, I think, still well on his way to a heavyweight championship.
But Tillis had revived his career somewhat, even with a loss, if he stands up.
Well, this certainly is a respectable showing, and there certainly will be notoriety to the man who broke Mike Tyson's knockout string, especially if Mike resumes the knockout string after this fight. Always difficult to know why a crowd is booing. You can't psychoanalyze 8,000 people. I think it's possible that they're disappointed in Mike's performance. They came here wanting to see him do what he's done in his previous 19 fights, and he doesn't appear at this point to be going all out to satisfy them.
Landed the left hand, but Tillis stood right there. Cut is no longer a problem. It has been effectively stopped. Tillis comes straight in. And now Tyson, one of the few times we've ever seen him swinging wildly. Good left hand. Tillis is still there. There will be very little doubt about the decision here. The scoring might be slightly different in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Tillis continues to give a good account of himself.
And backs Mike Tyson up onto the ropes, which is a first.
A little of Tyson's own medicine. It will be interesting to see how Mike reacts to this. Closing with a flurry. The bell is going to sound. Big smile on the face of Bo Williford as he steps into the ring. I think he's quite proud, win or lose, of James Tillis.
Here is the official scoring. Judge Bernie Friedkin scores it 6 rounds to 4. Judge Allen scores it 6 rounds to 4. Judge Tony Moritz scores it 8 rounds to 2. For the winner by the winner in this decision and still undefeated, Mike Tyson.
So for 19-year-old Mike Tyson, moved the record now to 19, or make it 20 wins, no losses, 19.
In the blue corner, wearing the green trunks with the white trim. He tipped in at 236 1/4 pounds. This gentleman has 17 wins, 9 losses with 8 knockouts. All the way from San Jose, California. Boxing fans, here is Irish Michael Jamieson. And his opponent in the red corner, wearing the solid black trunks. He weighed in at an even 215 pounds. This young man is undefeated in 16 professional bouts with 16 straight knockouts. From Catskill, New York, ladies and gentlemen, here is Mike Tyson. Tyson.
The rules were given to you earlier this
Tyson
afternoon.
only 19, Jamieson the veteran, a huge height and weight advantage and a 2-inch reach advantage for Jamieson. Mike Tyson is the story. The young man originally from Brooklyn, product of a troubled childhood, now on the verge of becoming a world-class man. Don't blink, this is round number 1.
That's the word to use, Ken. I don't think there's going to be too much of a feeling out process, so to speak, in this fight. Tyson is noted for his very vicious quick starts, and he has set the pace right from the word go.
Mike Tyson is a finisher. He's established that early in his career.
He started the fight off with some wicked right punches and left hooks to the body, which seems to be his trademark. People have compared his punching power to guys like George Foreman and Joe Frazier, saying he punches the same, but he's so much faster.
It could be over early. As we pointed out, 12 of his 16 pro fights have ended in the very first round. Tyson's longest fight, a 4th round KO. of Don Halpin in his 3rd pro fight. Remember, he's been a pro for only 11 months.
Yeah, Ken, he has a long road ahead of him. He is a young, strong kid. He does, as they say, have a lot to learn, but he's got plenty of time.
Round number 1.
Jameson is doing what I think he has to do, and that's keep on the move, keep Tyson off balance, and don't lay on those ropes and let him get set up for those wicked punches he throws. He's connecting very well, though, with some good body shots, hard body shots. Jameson's tying him up pretty effectively, tying those punches up in close, not allowing Tyson to get off of these punches.
Mike Jameson in the green. You look at him, he's done what a lot of fighters have been unable to do against Mike Tyson. He's lasted 1 minute and 45 seconds.
Jameson's hands seem to be dropping rather fast, though. He's a little bit concerned about those hard body punches, and as you see now, both his hands are down by chest level, and that's just the opening I think Tyson's waiting for.
Tyson fought just 13 days ago, and he had a first-round knockout of Dave Jacko. His next fight, February 16th against Carl the Truth Williams in Troy, New York. And that really will be the first big test for Mike Tyson. This is the first round. He's trying to finish off Mike Jameson.
Tyson connected with a good right hand there, and he immediately come back with a good left hook to the body. That's a very good sign that this young fighter is learning what his trainers are telling him. Don't go head hunting. When you connect with that head punch, go right to the body.
Jameson now within 15 seconds of surviving the first round. Will he survive? We'll stay here at the end of round number 1. Mike Tyson in the black trunks figures to be the next heavyweight champion of the world.
Tyson,
he's after him. Set now for round number 2. Mike Tyson takes a quick left from Jameson.
Yeah, Jameson, I think his corners told him, hey man, you've got the reach, why don't you use it? Get that left jab out and keep this little guy off you.
Here comes Tyson. Jameson battling back right above us here in Atlantic City. Ooh, a right connects to Tyson. One thing about Tyson, he has really not been tested in his career.
A lot of the, so to speak, boxing experts are wondering now what happens when this young kid that can punch so hard hits someone and they're still standing there and comes back and hits them back. Is he going to be discouraged or what? This is what experience will tell. Everybody's yet to find this out.
Approaching the 1 minute mark in the second round. Of course, we say Tyson hasn't been tested, certainly not as a pro. As an amateur, he lost to 1984 Olympic gold medalist Henry Tillman. That took away his opportunity to compete in the 84 Olympics in Los Angeles.
Jameson has suffered a cut over his left eye. He has a pretty bad cut just over the left eye. It's in a very bad position because if it starts bleeding profusely, it's going to go in the eye and it's going to affect his vision. I think it was opened with some of those nice uppercuts that Tyson's been throwing when he gets close to him.
Quite a contrast in conditioning here. Tyson superbly conditioned. Tyson does not have that extreme height. He's 5'11", has the huge neck, 19 3/4 inches. Tyson, the strong left to Jameson in round number 2.
Tyson is showing me at least some tremendous power. His opponent weighs 236 pounds, and he is just pushing this big guy all over the ring, pushing him away, maneuvering him into positions where he wants him to be, so as he can land the best punches. He's showing me some tremendous strength in there.
And the blood on the face of Mike Jameson very evident here in the second round. Jameson this morning had a full beard. He was informed by the boxing folks here in New Jersey that that would have to disappear, and it has.
Good right hand landed there, and as you've seen, Jameson shook his head as if to say, nope, he didn't hurt me, but 99% of the time it did hurt him.
The left, the right to the side late in the second round. Referee Joe Cortez breaking up the fighters. And Tyson just keeps coming at Mike Jamison. We'll take him. Mike Jamison comes out swinging against Mike Tyson. The third round. Tyson, as a pro, has rarely seen the third round.
I think Mike Tyson doesn't know the words back up. He has not taken one backward step in this fight. He has been continually pushing forward, pushing the fight, setting his type of pace.
Tyson very, very dedicated.
Vicious right hand just landed there from Mike Tyson. Jamison grabbed him, held on to him, cleared his head a little bit. A little bit of experience is starting to show here. Jamison, he knows what to do when he gets hurt.
He's done quite a bit of clutching and grabbing in the first 3 rounds. And if you were in that position, that would be a pretty good philosophy. You see the low blow, and Tyson gets a warning, and Jamison let everyone know that he'd been hit below the belt.
Yeah, a little bit showmanship there, but as you heard the response from the crowd, we've got a very pro-Tyson crowd here. They showed their disrespect for what the judge's decision there. Again, Tyson just continues to bang to those ribs.
It is a pro-Mike Tyson boxing world here in the first month of 1986. They're hungry for a new heavyweight, for someone who is as aggressive as Mike Tyson. And he certainly is showing what has gotten him to a 16-0 record here tonight in the early rounds against an outmatched Mike Jamison.
A lot of holding going on right now, Ken. The Jamison's starting to feel the effects of those big punches, such as that good right hand that snuck in there. And he's starting to hold on, buy some time, clear his head. This is where the experience comes in. This is what Mike Tyson is going to have to learn to do.
There was a very quick round. A couple of minute rounds.
Yeah,
We're going to stay right here in Atlantic City.
these are the kind of rounds I like, Ken, when I'm in there. Around about the 10th round, I like to see those 2-minute rounds.
Well, there's nothing wrong with a 2-minute round. It changes the rules a little bit here at the Trump Casino Hotel. A short round 3. Mike Tyson getting ready, taking some instruction for round number 4.
Take a deep breath. Now stop. Okay. Keep your hand up. Now you're laying on the right hand side. Look, you're going to pop that right hand in there. So you come on, good. You're beating this guy easy. You got to do one round to figure out. You're going to go 6, 8, might go 10 rounds with this guy. Come on. Get there with boards, let's then pop this jab.
There's some good punches here. They will see the low blow, which you'll see Jamison signaling to the referee, telling him, hey, you hit me low. Do something about it.
Now, round number 4, as we mentioned, Tyson only once has been taken as far as the 4th round. That was in his 3rd fight as a pro. This is his 17th fight.
I caught just when Jamison went into that clinch there. He's 6'4", yet he dropped his head really low and clashed heads with Mike Tyson. The referee picked it up, thinking that Jamison's intentionally trying to butt Tyson and gave him the warning. This is all experience. This is what having 31 pro fights does for you. You learn all these little tricks.
Mike Tyson getting tested more tonight than he usually has been, and knows that Carl the Truth Williams in mid-February will test him even further.
Yes, this will be a good tune-up fight for him. The longer it goes, the more he learns. You learn everything. You learn things from every fight that you fight in.
Mike Tyson takes 2 steps forward. Let's go with a couple of lefts. Now a right, a left. He's got him down. Mike Tyson sends Mike Jamison to the mat here in round number 4. And very quickly, Jamison gets up, shakes his head. Joe Cortez right there, the referee. And Jamison wants to continue.
Watch the quick flurries that Tyson throws, Ken. He throws flurries and punches like a welterweight. It's very seldom you see a heavyweight throw a combination of 5 and 6 punches, but Mike Tyson does it.
Here he is again. The word explosive, really not enough to describe the punches of Mike Tyson. At age 19, trying to extend his record to 17-0.
Mike Tyson's been noted for his finishes. They say that once he gets a guy hurt, he knows how to get him out of there, and he's going about it the right way.
Here he comes, Tyson, who wants to be a finisher like Ray Leonard, Ray Robinson, and Joe Louis, trying to finish Mike Jamison here in the 4th round in Atlantic City. At the end of this 4th round, we'll have a local break for our stations across the country, position number 3. And if there is a round 5, that'll be an extremely unique position for young Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson landed an explosive left hook there as he jumped in. I really don't know what's keeping Jamison on his feet. He's just one tough customer.
The last half minute of the 4th round. Don Halpin took Tyson into the 4th round before he was KO'd in Tyson's 3rd pro fight. Now, Jamison trying to extend Tyson to the 5th round here tonight. And we'll take a local break.
You see the explosive punches he throws, a flurry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 punches. You don't see that in heavyweight divisions.
That, the knockdown in the 4th round. This is live action in round 5. Mike Jamison, the 31-year-old from Cupertino, California, near San Jose. Mike Tyson, Sports Illustrated cover boy, trying to end it here in round number 5.
Jamison is doing at this point what I think he should have been doing from the first. Oh, he just took a right hand to the top of the head.
Down to one knee, Jamison. Joe Cortez, the referee, with a count, and Jamison suffering his 2nd knockdown here in the 5th round, back up in the corner. And one thing, he's a showman. Jamison wants to continue. Referee Joe Cortez says no. Jamison says he wants to go on, but the referee Joe Cortez says it is over here in the 5th round with a knockout, a knockdown, and Mike Tyson is a winner again. His record goes to 17-0.
Yeah, the referee stopped that fight there, Ken. He asked Mike Jamison 2 or 3 times, are you okay? Do you want to continue? He didn't get an answer, and therefore constitutes the referee's going to stop the fight. You've got to let that referee know if you want to fight on. He can't think for you. Here we see the knockdown. It was a right hand as he was going down, a glancing right hand to the top of the head. He succumbed to the 3 or 4 punches that he took before then. Now this we see it from another angle. The right hand there, right off the top of the head, was the one that hurt him.
Mike Jamison in his corner at this moment, still saying there's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with me. He clearly wanted to continue. But Mike Tyson, 19 years of age, 17-0, and very much destined to battle in the near future for the heavyweight championship. He's quite a fighter. He is quite a show. And let's go now to our ring announcer, Ed Derrid.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Joe Cortez stops this bout at 46 seconds of the 5th round, and a winner by a TKO for his 17th straight win in his many pro bouts, Mike Tyson. Tyson.
The winner tonight in Atlantic City in the 5th round, Mike Tyson. You finally got stretched to the 5th round.
Like I told you, I could go to 5th round with no problem. Even with the handicap, I never brought the excuse that I had bronchitis or anything, but I never was feeling negative about going 10 or 12 or 15 rounds.
You now face Carl the Truth Williams near your hometown, Troy, New York, on the 16th of February.
On the contrary, I fight Jesse Ferguson, the ESPN champion.
You're going to fight all the time, everybody.
That's right. That's what I'm in the business for.
When are you going to get to Carl the Truth Williams?
Well, you have to talk to my manager, Bill Caton. He can give you more information on that than I could.
So you're 17-0. Marciano started his illustrious career going 16-0. Does that mean something to you? You're a history buff in this game.
Well, really, it doesn't mean anything because he started the record, and he's the king. You can't take nothing away from him. You can't take anything away from somebody that originated something.
What's new about
Thank you very much.
Mike Tyson? As Mike Jamison comes over, he put up quite a fight tonight. Tell us about Jamison compared to your other fighters in the ring in your 17-bout pro career.
You know, he's a veteran. He was tough. He went decision with Randall Tex Cobb, Michael Dokes. Recently just fought Michael Dokes and went 10 rounds. I lost a split decision with him. And I came up here, and he did his best. He was holding a little bit, made the fights, to my opinion, lackluster very little. But I knew in due time we had 10 long rounds and eventually I would catch him.
Mike, the boxing world clearly excited about you. In your mind, what's new and different about Mike Tyson? What do you bring to this game?
I couldn't tell you, you know. I just come in here, I do my best and gain the respect from everyone. And that's all I can do. I can do my best. And people appreciate it with the best that I do. And I guess that tells its own story.
You mentioned bronchitis.
Yeah, I have bronchitis, but there's nothing to explain about. This is a business. Plus, I love to fight. And I can't hold any explain. Fighters won titles with broken arms, one eye. And I can't complain about a little bronchitis.
You look good. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Ken.
Mike Tyson wins it here tonight in Atlantic.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, from the Trump Casino Hotel on the boardwalk in Atlantic City, let's get ready to rumble. This is in the heavyweight division, scheduled for 6 rounds, and something's got to give. They're both undefeated. The referee for this bout is Frank Cappuccino. Introducing first in the red corner, wearing the red trunks with white trim, weighing 226.5 pounds, from Cabin Creek, West Virginia, his professional record: 4 consecutive victories, all by knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, John Alderson. And his opponent in the blue corner, wearing the white trunks with red, white, and blue trim, and weighing in at 215 pounds even, from Catskill, New York, his professional record: also 4 consecutive victories, all by knockout. Introducing Mike Tyson.
He'll be the popular one tonight as Frank Cappuccino talks to him.
I want you to understand one thing. I want a good, clean, hard fight. Any low blows, any thumbing, heeling, butting, the holding and hitting will cost you the round. And if I have to go further, I'll do that also. In the event of a knockdown, the man standing, go to the farthest neutral corner, stay there until I call him back. Okay? When I say break, I want you to protect yourself at all times, and you step back clean. Both of you understand that. Both of you touch gloves. Good luck.
Well, the folks back in West Virginia may not recognize this man without his miner's hat. He's come out of the mines to fight. He won May 31st, a second-round knockout over George Mayweather. And his opponent also with a 1-round, as a matter of fact, 39-second fight against Rick Spain here in Atlantic City on June 20th. That's Tyson. Tyson in the white with the red stripe, solid red trunks. With the white stripe will be John Alderson. Alderson, a tremendous height advantage. Al, how much will that play a factor in tonight's fight?
Well, he has got to keep Tyson off him. Use the jab, the straight right hand. And Mike Tyson gets inside very effectively. It's one of the things he does. So, and he'll go to the body once he gets there. So I don't know if the height in itself will be a big edge for Alderson.
Alderson said if he does get inside, look for me to tie him up. I'm not going to try to rumble with him in there.
I don't blame him.
So Frank Cappuccino will have a busy night tonight, and this 6-rounder may not last very long with the kind of shots there. A left hook right to the face that time of Alderson.
That was a strange punch, but Tyson is so powerful, no matter how he delivers those punches, they hurt. Boy, every punch Tyson throws is meant to knock you out. Now, as he gets on against tough competition, the question is, when he comes in like this, will he get nailed with counter shots? That's really what Alderson wants to do.
Tyson, you heard documented, of course, the young man fighting very well, amateur 25-2. A boxing historian, reads book after book of boxing and watches all historic films of the greats.
He's got an edge. His manager, Jimmy Jacobs, has the largest fight film collection in the world, so he can look at all those. He does look at all the former heavyweight champs, and of course, he's a long way from being that, but he's such raw talent at his age, you can't help but think about it.
How much pressure and how much can a 19-year-old take putting the pressure on to be the youngest champion in the world?
Well, of course, that's them talking. That's Customato and Tyson making these bold predictions, and they put pressure on themselves. Now, Tyson switches to southpaw. I hadn't seen him do that before.
Interesting. Lands with a lead left. Alderson is already bleeding from the nose, and I think that was from the very first left hand. Tyson, you can see almost like a bull as he just chases Alderson around the ring. Big John said he had to get off first tonight. He has got to use those long arms to his advantage. He has not been able to do so far in round one.
You know, when Tyson switches to southpaw, I think that's the clue for Alderson with that long reach and height to throw the straight right hand. I would just let that punch go.
Alderson, a very good amateur record, 154-12. Took 3 years off from boxing, however. Worked in the mines in West Virginia. They started the laying off down there, and he went back into the boxing ring. And here he is at 4-0 with 4 knockouts.
And already he's had a rugged first round. For Alderson, I think the key, he has got to throw that jab and follow with the straight right. Has done that only once and did land the right, although it didn't hurt Tyson. There it is. Now that right missed, but if he keeps doing that, he's going to give Mike Tyson something to think about as he comes in. There it is again, and he landed the right.
At least to keep him from lunging at him with the big hands that he's throwing so far.
That's exactly right, Sam.
So the closing seconds of round number one. Mike Tyson, the shorter of the two, against Big John Alderson.
Mike Tyson delivers punches often in a very awkward fashion. Look at this left hand. That was a jab, but boy, he was off balance when he threw it. Still had a lot of power against Alderson.
This is round number two of a scheduled 6-rounder heavyweights. Mike Tyson in the white trunks, Big John Alderson in the red. Alderson hailing from Cabin Creek, West Virginia, the home of the great basketball player, former Los Angeles Laker Jerry West. Alderson, as a matter of fact, plays basketball and softball just to stay in shape right now. I'd take him as the center of my ball club.
Yeah, I think so. Muscle underneath. Now, Tyson, they told him to go to the body, and he's trying to do that in this round. But Mike hasn't been that busy when he gets on the inside. Good uppercut by Tyson.
Alderson, you saw there, tried to lead in with a left jab and a right hand, but left himself wide open for the ducking Mike Tyson as he went right underneath.
Mike Tyson doesn't wear any socks. I don't remember seeing a fighter in a long time that doesn't wear any socks. Or if he does, they're so short they don't even peek out over his shoes. I don't know what that's apropos of. It's the first time I've ever seen it, and it's kind of odd. So there's the right. Oh, good countering right hand, and that stunned Alderman.
He backs up another right hand, a combination by Tyson, and he goes on the attack.
On the inside, Tyson is just ferocious. He throws those good, short, quick punches.
The longest fight Tyson has ever been in has been a 4-rounder. He got a knockout there. His other 3 fights were first-round knockouts. Didn't help, and I guess is the only man, and this one may not go much longer, as a crushing right hand sends Alderson down. He's got a terrible cut over the left eye already. Clint Cappuccino right down in his face. He's going to make the count at 8. But that cut just on the outside of the left eye starts to ooze some blood now, and Tyson goes right back in on top of it. Tyson trying for his 5th straight knockout. Alderson weary on his feet, ready to go at any time.
He's just trying to survive now. He's got to throw something out, though. He's laying in with Tyson. Frank may stop this fight.
Ruling that as a slip, not a knockdown. Alderson peeking in over that swelling left eye, and here comes Tyson. Alderson throwing a right hand, no effect. Left hand that time sends him reeling against the ropes. He's almost virtually out on his feet right now, 29 years of age. Again, as I pointed out at the top of the show, that in itself could prove to be some difference in this fight, if nothing else.
You know, Tyson looked at Cappuccino a moment ago as if, do you want to stop this?
There he goes right back to work on that left eye as Alderson stays on his feet. Try to gamely throw a right hand as you see the closing moments of the second round here. Alderson down in this round, may survive as he goes down again at the bell. He's got to get up. Now, a fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round with the exception of the last, so he must come to his feet at the ruling of the referee says okay. He is, and he goes into his corner. But if he comes out to answer this bell, it'll be a gutty performance by Big John Alderson.
Here's his mouthpiece. Here's his mouthpiece. Here. Here's his mouthpiece.
Look, why don't you just come back and fight another day? Huh? Okay?
So you heard the suggestion of the doctors leaning in. Why don't you just come back and fight another day? Frank Cappuccino has not given us a word yet that this one is over, but he may very shortly here.
John, church is out. The fight's over.
The fight is over, rather interestingly put by Frank Cappuccino, as this one ends officially a TKO in the second round by Mike Tyson.
The co-main event, 10 rounds rounds of boxing in the heavyweight division. Introducing to you in the red corner, from Charlotte, North Carolina, wearing blue trunks with gold trim, weighing in at 206 3/4 pounds, with a professional record of 12 wins, 4 losses. 8 of those wins by knockout, Mark Young. And in the blue corner, from Catskill, New York, wearing black trunks, weighing in at 219 pounds, with a professional record of 14 wins, no losses, all wins by knockout, Mike Tyson. Your referee is Sid Rubenstein. 10 rounds heavyweight.
The fighters getting their instructions. There again you see the records. Mike Tyson from nearby Catskill, undefeated. This is a scheduled 10-rounder, Ray Mancini, and for Mike Tyson, he's never seen anything near the 10th round.
I'll tell you, Mike Tyson has come to fight tonight. That's the first time I've seen a main event fighter come in the ring with no robe on. He says, I'm ready to go. Let's just do it.
Well, he has said go to his opponents early in all of his 14 fights.
Right.
If you blink in the first round, you'll probably miss a Mike Tyson fight.
He's a young, strong guy. He jumps right on his opponents. And I think this might be another early stoppage because this guy's being a little wild. He's going to get caught with something.
Mark Young out of Charlotte, North Carolina, comes out swinging.
That jab pushed him back. Well, this guy is like a ball of granite.
Awesome is an overused word in the 1980s, but Mike Tyson is absolutely awesome. Just sit back and watch, but don't blink because you could miss it. A low right from Young. And down goes Mark Young. A breeze.
That's it.
A little phantom. He's gone. It's over. First round. Mike Tyson of Catskill, New York.
I'd like to see that one myself.
Is 15-0. I would like to see it also.
It was on the opposite side of the ring. And
well, we said if you blink, you could miss it. Young had taken a punch from Tyson, and then all of a sudden, Young went flying to the canvas. And a happy Mike Tyson, the heavyweight, highly publicized, highly thought of, now 15-0 and a typical finish early.
You know, Ken, the fans here can't be disappointed. They've had a good night of boxing. I've always said if you get a main event, you got to support it with a good semifinal. They saw a great fight against Rosario Montoya. Mike Tyson comes out, wins one round. They're very happy because the homeboy won, and they've had, you know, they've been treated to a good night of boxing.
How good is Mike Tyson?
Like I said, he's as good as the people he's fighting, and as good as he wants to be. He has all it takes. And what I always say, what it takes is what you have on the inside. He has all the qualities, all the attributes to make it to the top. But I think they got to start giving him something to fight. I mean, he's had several one-round opponents. Sure, he is strong. He's jumping on guys, catching them early. But he's got, you know, he's not fighting all world beaters.
Here it is. Tyson in the darker trunks lands a left. Watch closely now.
You can see he's hurting them with them jolting uppercuts. But I just still don't know what hit him.
There will be a Tyson shot that hits him. Then they separate. The knockdown, knockout coming in round one of this heavyweight fight. There it was.
See, that was a quick uppercut that hit him right under the chin. People went, what? See, right there, right there. See, that was a quick uppercut that snapped the head back.
Young, by the way, is up now. Mark Young of Charlotte, North Carolina, whose record is 12-5-1 now. The loser, he is up, he is fine. The winner is Mike Tyson. The local favorite gives a show, and let's go back to the ring.
50 seconds of the first round. Mike Tyson.
The crowd chanting the next heavyweight champion, Mike Tyson. You definitely are going to hear more about him. As if you haven't, he's gotten a lot of publicity. Mike Tyson.
Against Mike Tyson, who is described as 5'11", looks closer to 5'10" because of the squarishness of his build. Going to be a really fascinating contest to see how Richardson attempts to use that advantage in height and reach.
Amato, of course. Right hand by Tyson. Oh, my. First punch he threw.
What took him so long?
Eddie Richardson, looking at the referee, is in much disbelief as we are.
Eddie Richardson said he was going to go after him and test him, and he may have made a very serious error in strategy right there.
Tyson is a little icebox rather than a refrigerator, yeah. I'll tell you what.
Well, he has a 19 3/4 inch neck, which is approximately the size of actress Shelley Duvall's waist.
And you certainly see the punching power in Tyson.
One of the real rising stars in the boxing galaxy today, Mike Tyson, a fellow for whom everybody predicts a great future. If they can find some fights for him.
That left hand almost drove Richardson right through the canvas.
He not only knocked him down, but he absolutely carried him through the air.
And it's over.
I see right now a major flaw and problem in Mike Tyson's career, and that's going to be to have a fight that lasts long enough to get some good footage on it.
I'm telling you what, it's hard to do. Mike Tyson, without a doubt, one of the bright stars in the heavyweight picture, now goes to 11-0 with 11 knockouts. It was the first punch thrown in the fight. There you see Eddie Richardson. Wow, it just turned his head around on his neck, and Richardson looks up and goes, I can't believe it. And now the knockout. A left hook, a la Frazier. And down goes Richardson. And, you know, he throws it from the same crouch Frazier does.
And, of course, Smoky Joe is the fighter to whom Tyson has been most compared. Tyson, very gallantly, gentlemanly, coming over to check the condition of his opponent.
He went over and picked Richardson up after they counted him out.
You know, Billy, it's a real challenge to try to remember fighters at this stage, 19 years old, that pack the power this young kid does. Marciano, I don't know. It would really be
yeah, I would have to go back to Marciano, and then, of course, he was a little older than that, Mickey. It's hard to imagine. Henry Tillman defeated Tyson twice in the amateur ranks.
And in the Olympic trials.
In the Olympic trials. And Tillman, I don't think he wants any part of Tyson anymore. Let's go up to ring announcer Gordon Wood for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Barry Yates counts out the Southern boxing champion Eddie Richardson in 1-1-7 of the first round. The winner, and now 12-0, not 11-0, 12-0, 12 straight knockouts, Mike.
Round number one, scheduled 6, but hold on to your hats. Nobody thinks it's going to go that far. Oh, there he goes. He's just going to bull his way in. Those rights to the body. Left jab, right to the heart.
Quickly want to point out, first fight for Michael Jack Johnson in 2 years.
I'm glad you pointed it out, because down he goes. The left hook just buried him, dug him in the ribs.
I think it was a left and a right.
Johnson went goodbye. That left hook just caught him and sent him right to the canvas.
23-pound weight advantage, and he put it all there.
The right to the head, and it's all over. Goodbye.
I hope he's not hurt, because that was a brutal, wide-open punch.
He did not have his guard up, and Mike Tyson just Michael Jack Johnson, a big smile, but he didn't even break a sweat.
He may have to run around on the boardwalk a little bit to get his night's work in.
Just to kind of wind down. You know, these fighters get geared up for these fights, and what's he going to do after a couple of seconds work?
He may take on the house. It was a right hand. It was a right hand right there. No, we didn't see it yet. I'm sorry. Here it comes.
There's the left
There's
hook.
the hook to the body.
And
he missed the
with
right.
the right.
Yeah.
It was just the left hook, and he has so much power in that left. I mean, that's the kind that breaks ribs, folks.
That was a left hook to the liver.
Oh, my goodness. And look at that, man. That's Michael Jack Johnson flat on the canvas. The ring doctor kneeling over him as Mike Tyson has the gloves cut off. I don't even know why he bothered putting them on. Okay, Mike Tyson with the gloves off. Michael Jack Johnson got up off the canvas.
One right hand. He didn't wait for an invitation. Here it comes. Whoa.
When I caught him with the left hook, I heard him grunt, and I thought that was the game plan.
The right hand after that, you didn't wait for an invitation. Went right at him.
Not at all. It's my style. You make your own opening. You time things. Everything was set up. When he went down the first time, I knew what was going to hit him, and that's how he planned. To be a pro fighter, I'm the master of the pinpoint. My shots are so accurate and so precise. Not to be egotistic, but when they land, they're so precise. I just can't help it who you are. You have to go down because there's a law when Mike Tyson hits you.
Any heavyweight was going to go down from that right hand the way you hit him.
I believe so also, and I like to thank my manager right here, Jim Jacob, for giving me the opportunity to fight with Jeff Levine.
Okay, let's bring Jim in here. Jim.
Hi, Steve.
Is he going to knock out everybody?
Well, we have a marvelous problem, Steve, as I told you before the fight. The marvelous problem is that it's very difficult with a kid who throws hydrogen bombs to get him experience. I mean, everyone states, well, why don't you get him fights where he'll go 7, 8, 10 rounds? The problem, which appears to be insurmountable, is that he is one of the most devastating punchers that I've seen in the last.
Down here at Resorts International, find out exactly what Mike Tyson, they call him the baby bull out of the Catskills in New York, can do. He's only 18. He's 3-0 with 3 knockouts, but right now his challenge will be coming from Ricky Spain. Let's meet him with our ring announcer. Here again is Michael Buffer.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, man your battle stations. This bout is in the heavyweight division, scheduled for 6 rounds. The referee for this contest is Joe O'Neill. And now introducing first in the red corner. He's wearing the white trunks with green trim and weighs 217 pounds even, from Catskill, New York. He is undefeated in 3 professional bouts, all victories, all knockouts. Ladies and gentlemen, a big hand for Mike Tyson. And his opponent in the blue corner. He's wearing the black trunks with white stripe and weighs 184 1/4 pounds, from Columbus, Ohio. He's also undefeated 7 in a row, 5 by knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, Rick the Ram Spain.
Joe O'Neill, the referee, will be the 3rd man in the ring tonight.
When you fight in the state of New Jersey, there's a 3 knockdown rule at my discretion. There's a mandatory 8 count, there's a standing 8 count. When I tell you to break, I want you to protect yourself and step back at all times. The bell only saves you the last round. Any questions? Shake hands, come out boxing. Good luck, gentlemen.
So is Mike Tyson again. He's only 5'11 and a half at 217. Mike's last fight was a 4-round knockout over Don Haplin, while his opponent in the other corner is Ricky Spain. He too went into the 4th round and got a knockout over Steve Allred. That was his first fight, however, in about 3 years. That came on December the 4th. So here he is after a 6-month layoff, going against the baby bull and Mike Tyson. And Tyson, with that big, strong arm strength, goes right at Ricky Spain.
Mike Tyson, a fine amateur, though. He only had 17 fights, 15 and 2. His only 2 losses. Oh, good right hand. Down goes Spain. Well,
right hand is a strong one from Mike Tyson. I asked him what he felt his best punch was, and he said whatever hits him, and his right hand got Spain in a lot of trouble. And now Joe O'Neill is going to make the decision if he's going to let Spain continue. And here comes Tyson again. He got him with the left hand, and he's out of here. It is over. as Spain is down, and the left hand was the one that finally finished him off. After a quick right-left combination from Tyson, Ricky Spain down for the second time here in the first round. And Tyson is 4-0 with 4 knockouts now. And for Ricky Spain, that is his first professional loss. He is 7-1. What a specimen by Mike Tyson here. He is awesome.
We'll see first the right hand that sent Spain down. There it is, off the temple. And that one, it was kind of a delayed reaction, and finally he went down. Tyson has a good right, but he also has a good left hook, which is what he used to knock him down the second time. As you look at that young man, only 18 years old, it's kind of hard to believe.
Let's flash forward, March 6th, 1985, the professional debut of Mike Tyson against Hector Mercedes. Bert, when's the first time you saw Mike Tyson?
Well, I did not see this fight, but Bill Caton, his co-manager at the time, would be sending out film clips on DVD every 8 seconds. So I plug it in, and I'm watching this kid with a butcher block body just beating the bejabbers out of people in a wham bam thank you ma'am fashion. So yes, I'm watching his first 4 or 5 fights, but I got him in a total DVD clip.
Mm-hmm. Teddy, how much was natural with Tyson? How much was he taught? Because we can see here already his punches are crisp, short, tight. How much was natural? How much was taught in Catskill?
You know, Brian, that's a great question. Because the story I just told when I saw him the first time and he got the bloody nose, I remember I thought back afterwards and I said, gee, 2-3 years went by, he never got another bloody nose. So he wasn't a natural. If he was a natural, he never would have got a bloody nose. He wouldn't have got hit with those punches. I remember all the people.
Even Robert Redford bled.
Yeah, but we're talking about a fighter here. And all the people would say, boy, this guy's a natural. But if you...
Hard fight, both his touch gloves. Good luck to both of you.
Again, Donnie Long out of the ring, but he's returned for 2 fights. The last August 27th, a knockout of Frank Draper, second straight knockout in '85. And Tyson with 8 consecutive knockouts, put down Michael Johnson 39 seconds into the first round, his 5th first-round knockout in his 8 professional fights. Again, Tyson in the white, in the red and the gold is Donnie Long, and Tyson goes right in with the left hand.
Mike Tyson has enormous strength, and that's what he will try and test Donnie Long with. Long himself can punch pretty good. He's got some power, but the key for Long, I think, in his fight is to counterpunch well against Tyson, hit him as he's coming in.
Tyson again, another one of those fresh youngsters, only 19 years of age. Long is 27.
Oh, wow. Well, that was quick.
Tyson putting him down here early in the first. Frank Cappuccino looking on closely. You see Long holding those gloves up to say he's all right, but is he? Here comes Tyson. Left hand again.
Well, he nearly sent Long out of the ring with that left hook.
Tyson. Oh, Long is down. Second time. Another knockdown.
There is no 3 knockdown rule, but the referee can stop it after 3 if he decides so. This is very impressive. Mike Tyson not expected to come out this strong against Long.
5 of 8 have fallen in the first. Is it 6 of 9 as Tyson comes out with a strong right hand barrage again?
This is as bad as I've ever seen Donnie Long look, but give Tyson credit. That's it. Wow.
The left hand puts him down. He collapses, and this one is over as the doctors rush into the ring.
Make no mistake about it. That was a good performance. not just because of what he did. As you look at Donnie Long, and he's talking to the doctor, we certainly hope he's okay, but because he did it against a fighter who, even though he's not what he was 2 years ago, is still should be more than a journeyman heavyweight.
White trunks with the blue trim. He tipped in at 224 1/4 pounds. This gentleman hails from the boxing capital of the world of Atlantic City, New Jersey. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome aboard Big Bob Coley. And his opponent in the red corner, wearing the blue trunks with the white and red trim. He weighed in at an even 217 pounds. This young man hails from Catskill, New York. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Mike Tyson. Tyson.
Mike, Bobby, you got your instructions in the dressing room. I want you to obey my rules at all, my commands at all times. Is that understood? Shake hands, give me a clean fight.